Today was the Nindies, a special showcase where Nintendo announced all the new indie games coming to the Nintendo Switch. Let's talk about a few of the games that are heading our way on today's side quest. First up is Super Meat Boy Forever. It's the long-awaited sequel to the first Meat Boy game. Meat Boy and Bandage Girl have popped out a little one, an adorable girl named Nugget, and Dr. Fetus has kidnapped her. It's a bloody mess of a game as Meat Boy fights to save his offspring and return his family to harmony. You jump, race, and bounce off walls through an endless runner that's sure to be super fun and most likely difficult as hell. This one will release first on the Switch before other platforms. Nintendo also announced Floor Kids. It's a new rhythm game that focuses on breakdancing and features music from Kid Koala, who is one-third of the super group Deltron 3030. So expect to get an awesome soundtrack with groundbreaking music and tunes that you surely will want to keep listening to after the experience is over. It's an alt-style dance-off with urban-style graphics. It looks amazing and super fun to play. There even looks to be a level that is set in an arcade. Well, I own an actual arcade, and if you want to breakdance in it, I'm all for it. Floor Kids also features a multiplayer mode for added groove and comes out at the end of the year. Golf Story is an RPG that combines role-playing elements in golf. It plays in a top-down mode like a Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo. In fact, the graphics are similar in a 16-bit style. I'm totally stoked for this as I'm a fan of both of these mixed genres, and I'm hoping the combination of golf and RPG will make for a relaxing, engrossing adventure game. This one will be exclusive to the Switch. Wolverblade is an arcade-style scroller beat-em-up set in ancient Roman Britain with an amazing hand-drawn art style. There's lots of swords, axes, blood, and screaming as you ride the tribes and protect the North. It has a dark comedic tone with exaggerated characters and tons of gore. I love these style of arcade-style brawlers, and this looks to be a good one. It's all based on actual historical events and will maybe make history when it comes out first on the Switch before being released on other platforms. There's also a new Shovel Knight game coming called King of Cards, some weird point-and-click style game called Mom Hid My Game that is already released on Android but will have new levels on the Switch and 3DS. And there's also a dark, shadowy point-and-click adventure game called Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition. It's a Twin Peaks-esque story about a truck driver making a final delivery and the mysterious people he meets on his journey, and some shifting potential under cave highways. The first 4 acts have already been released on Steam with great reviews, and these and the 5th act will be released as one game on the Switch. Also, they announced Earth Atlantic, which is an underwater shooter. Another game by the creator of Scribblenauts called Next Up Hero that is some sort of community-driven online action game. They also gave a release date of September 21st for SteamWorld Dig 2 and showed off a game called Malacca that is a 3D adventure game with cel-shaded bright colorful graphics and huge enemies and a play mechanic that seems to let you transform into animals. The next game Nintendo announced was Yono and the Celestial Elephants. You play as an elephant in a cutesy adventure game that comes out October 12th and will be exclusive to the Switch. The makers of Master Blaster also have a new game called Dragon Marked for Death that looks fantastic. It looks to be another beat 'em up but with tons more RPG elements. It's going to be another Switch exclusive. Also announced was Battle Chef Brigade and a first-person shooter called Morphe's Law, as well as a physics-based sports game called Sausage Sports Club and a turn-based multi-game called Light Fingers. Second to last, they announced 9 Parchments, which is a cool-looking 3/4 view dungeon crawler type game that employs characters with laser blasters instead of swords and axes. And finally, they announced Travis Strikes Again, which is a sequel to the ultra-violent game No More Heroes originally released on the Wii. To see footage of all these, be sure to check out the link in the description to the rebroadcast of Nintendo's live stream. So, did you catch the Nindies today? Are there any of these games that you are super excited to play? Are there any games you expected to see but didn't? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time on SideQuest.